Well, guys, left of this door, if you can call this a door, there is a retaining wall, and we will use it today as a ramp. Why? Because we will change the oil in Zastava 101. It hasn't been changed for years, and I mean for years. The car was in my garage for about 2 years, and even more than that, I know for a fact that the oil hasn't been changed. So what to expect today? Probably something like Nutella inside. Let's go and check it out.
Majstor, kad ga ono pravi, to nema da puca. U državu jedini ume šasiju da prekuca. Pa za malo kao mator, da zbog toga leži zatvor. Za motor je vele majstor i doktor za karburator.
Nema goriva. Jel imaš drugi?
We have to do a metal work on this car, so I don't want to ruin new set of wheels there. Let's see if this works. This works, if outlet works. Let's leave it on for now. Since we are changing oil in the engine, I would like to take this opportunity and add some extra features in Zastava, which is something Zastava never did, except for the special version, Special, which had few extra meters. Now, finding and buying meters for the special version is very expensive. Fortunately, there are alternatives. Those meters are same as few Fiats. I think are the completely same for the Fiat 127 special. It doesn't matter. I will use ones from Fiat 124 Russian version. Why? Because Lada was in fact Fiat, and because it was Russian production Fiat, it was a crap, which means junkyards are full with Lada and everything from Lada is extremely cheap. Now the tricky part was finding meters that doesn't say Cislo, I think, instead of oleo or oil, and I found ones. Now we will prepare them for the car. Since Zastava didn't have oil pressure meter in the car, we need to add this one. Well, it was used and abused. I want to clean it up before putting it in the car. And this is the whole dashboard from the Lada. Now speedometer doesn't work, you can see, but we have temp gauge, rev meter, which is nice. Doesn't quite fit for the Zastava because Zastava is a rev high car and Lada was not. So the revs in Zastava will go in the red frequently, but it's fine. Now petrol meter, and here it is, oil pressure meter. We will use this one today, rest of them some other time. Let's see how to disassemble this. So we have backlight here. That one is clear. This is ground wire. I'm trying to figure out what is what here. I think the red one is plus. That makes sense. And this black one is ground. Well, I don't know. And this is the bracket. It's pretty easy to remove it. And for the wires, there is one wire that was not factory here. It was jumped here. I don't know why. Looks like I was working on this. Just doesn't make sense, but it works. So it must have been me. Now I can actually, yeah. So this is the oil pressure gauge. This is the oil pressure gauge, and it's pretty nice if you ask me. You can see here in the bottom, unfortunately I see it now, it says Zdelano v SSSR, which is unfortunate. But you probably can't see it from the straight angle, so yeah. I was hoping there will be no Russian writing in here. Bad luck, I guess. And now let's figure out what is what here. We have some extra light here for low pressure. You can see there. We have two light bulbs in this. One is for backlight and other one is for warning. Okay, so one mystery solved. There isn't a bulb for the warning. I wonder why. Probably because it was always on and someone fixed the problem by removing the bulb. And you guys watching this from Russia, don't hate me. Is it Chislo, Maslo, Vazlo? I don't know. I don't care. It's something. I don't like it. Probably it's not either one of those things I said. I just don't care. So don't hate me, I don't speak Russian. And it's a mystery on the back here because everything is in Russian. Nice. there is oil on the dipstick in the engine. It's not even too bad. A little watery, I think, which is not a good sign. Okay, let's let it out and see what's inside the engine. Okay, let's drop the oil. It's nice and hot, it will help. It's helpful to run an engine for a short period of time before you change the oil, because the oil gets hot and fluid, and when you pull down the drain, everything goes down. The downside is the oil is hot and you try to collect it in something underneath the car. I ran Zastava for a couple times in last couple years, but only for the short period of times. And honestly, I forgot, is there oil? But obviously there is, and I wouldn't even run it without any of oil. But quality of oil hasn't been checked for God knows how many years. And you can probably see on the approach here, the engine is smoky as hell on the blow-by, which is not a good sign. But as I said, we will try to revive this engine. Let's change the oil, let's invest some money in it and see what's going on. This is my approaching point. This is all the access I have. This is the plug here. And we have some protection here. I need to remove this so I can access the filter. I guess this is 10 and this is 10. This is the plug. I'm just eyeballing. Can this work? There is about 4 liters of oil in Zastava. And this is 5-liter jug. And I just realized, sorry guys for the sound, you will hear this. Okay, let's try to collect it like this. It will be hot. I don't like it. Okay. We have some spillage here, unfortunately. We will clean it up later. But this is it. Let's collect all the oil. I topped the engine so the oil can easily go down. It will take some time to drain. The new oil is yellow, and there is the bottle down there. You saw me buying it. It's 1514 Optima. Mineral oil, natural oil, like pen oil. And the used oil is dark. We will see on the drain plug in a few minutes. Is there any trace of metal? Which is never a good sign, obviously. Means the engine is crumbling down. And if you can feel metal on the plug, the engine is in bad shape. If you can find big chunks of metal, the engine is for scrapyard, and that's it. We need spanner 10 metric to remove the shield, and as you can see, this shield has been used because there is a bump here. Zastava is not a low car, but engine is, especially the transmission, is sitting low under car. I think only exhaust is the lower point, and even exhaust took a hit here, and as you can see. So this protection here is not a bad idea. This is not factory option, but it is in green as a car. So I don't know about this. I'm seeing this for first time. But it's a neat addition. Well guys, this doesn't look good. I can feel metal chunks. Like huge chunks. Yeah. And you can see how shiny this is. This is metal dust from the engine. It shouldn't be shiny at all. This is problem. This means probably this engine is no good. So we don't have floor, engine is bad. Why we are doing this? I don't know. Because I like the color of the car. I have the other engine. It's Italian. It's great. It needs fixing up. But it's Italian. Probably we will use that engine. I think this is a lost cause, but let's treat it with one last oil change. I cleaned the plug up, but I wanted to show you this. I felt it. This is like, how to describe this? Someone used the wrong tools for more than once and ruined this nut. I will use it again because I don't have other right now. Actually I do, I just don't know where it is, which means I don't have other one. Don't judge me. It would be better if I used other wrench. This is from my wife's toolbox. There is one more nut here. I didn't see it at first. Extra oil in the filter. This is Frad, which was very successful factory in Yugoslavia, and the date says October 19th, 2005 for the oil filter. So nice, 18 years. Okay, so I think I have better angle here. Now we need to remove old oil pressure sensor from Zastava. Reader or sensor, whatever you like, it's old school sensor anyway. It was low oil pressure indicator only, and now we will install one from Lada. Connected with the gauge, we will have full picture about oil pressure during the drive. This is not 19. I need different spanner. No. 21, no. 23 maybe. Seriously, no. Seriously? don't have angle from here. I will go from down. Okay, so you should always fill the filter with the oil to help engine lubricate at the first start, but Zastava has really odd angle. Okay, stop. Odd angle of the filter, so I can't fill it up totally. I will try like this and hopefully I won't spill everything. And you oil up the seal because it will help stop the leak later. Just usual mechanic stuff. Okay, so it's completely fine to just hand tighten it. Injury. I cut my head at the license plate. Okay, so the filter is in position. Tight. Hulk bar. I think that's more than enough. We'll see if there is a leak. I'll tighten it up a little bit more. So, mechanic advice is always write down the mileage and the date on the oil filter, so you know when was the last time it's changed. So, naturally, I won't do it because I don't care. Most likely we'll pull this engine out. So. Last chance for you to heal yourself. Okay? I warned you. I need the plug back. And we can fill the engine up with oil. Where is my tool? Zastava have problems with this plug here because there is always a leak around the thread. I hope this is good. There is always leak around the thread, and usually you can stop it with adding a Teflon around. This is fine. Let me check out the engine now. I want to clean up a little bit of this mess so I can see if there is new leaks or not. Brake cleaner will do the job. Okay. This is just years and years of oil and dust and everything. If the engine does self-healing, I will clean it. If not, what's the point? I'm very interesting about the oil pressure reader we installed. Will there be a leak there? Let it it's dark, I can't see anything right now. So I have new oil filter and I have plug in. I think everything is sealed up back down. Nice new oil in the not so nice old engine. As I said, Zastava takes a little bit over 4 liters of oil, and this is 4-liter bottle, so I will probably need to sip some more over the time. Yeah. And that's it, guys, regarding the oil change. Almost. Now we just need to wire this and the meter I showed you, and to see if we have readings on oil pressure and how the engine works with new oil. Okay, so I figured out what is what here, and I'm gonna make a little harness for test purposes, because we need to figure out now if the meter is working, if the reader is working, if there is any kind of problem, and for every single meter that we have. So I'll try to make some universal harness for testing all the meters we have before the final installation. And that's it. Plus 12 and light. Those two we will put on plus 12 for now, for testing, just to see if the light works. Okay guys, let's check the oil level first and to see if we have any leak here. Okay, so we can't read anything here. We have max, I think. I think this is max. Perfect, absolutely perfect on the max line. Great. Okay, and let's test the meter. This should be sitting like this. Barely. Okay, and let's connect those two here. By the way, from up top I don't see any leak. That means nothing. Which is which? Yes, ground, no. How did we mess this up? Ground is at the wrong place. Okay. So this is ground, and now the black wire is reader and the other one is oil pressure. Okay, let's connect the reader only for now and see. Now I will connect the both right now. I will connect this one also to see if this little Lada meter is working properly at all. We need battery. So ground and voltage. Seriously? This is not supposed to happen, I think. It goes max. Something is not quite right there. Let's start the engine. Zero, really? It's not supposed to be zero, it was supposed to be something around the 2. Perfect. So the input signals were reversed. I'm pretty sure I found the right diagram, but it was making sense for me. It was reversed. So this is perfect. Zastava should have oil pressure around 2 in working mode, and this is 2. This is perfect. This is perfect. By the way, the healthy engine should keep the pressure around the 2. Faulty engine have decrease in oil pressure as it works. So this is even good news about the engine, and even better news for the accessory for the Zastava. I'm so happy. Till next Monday, guys. Bye.